he was a phenomenally brilliant man at being able to understand the machine of government. He went from being in the drunk tank to being the youngest White House chief of staff in 11 years. That is amazing. His wife, Lynn, very much his driving force throughout. But somebody who was phenomenally adept at learning the language first of academia, even though he was kicked out of Yale, learning that and then learning the language of power. And then later in life coming to be vice president and coming to be possibly the most powerful vice president that has ever existed. And somebody who has altered the global landscape forever. It was a vast undertaking in terms of finding the look, but mostly focusing on what's the essence, you know, not wanting to do just an impersonation, which is phenomenally difficult, but which sort of, you know, is tiresome after 10, 15 minutes. So finding that essence of the man. And then the deal that Adam and I made was I said to him, okay, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try as much as I can to come at it from a positive point of view of Cheney. You know, that this must not be a predictable film. This must be a surprising film. This must surprise people. This must be attractive to people no matter which side of the political spectrum they're on. That it's a look at how and why we've come to be in the situation that we're in today. That this was a man who was absolutely an incredibly consequential vice president, a very influential man, a man of real gravitas and power, a man of absolute brilliance in how to work the dynamics of government, and without him we would not be where we are today at all. But that Adam must allow me to put aside any and all of my own personal politics and absolutely embrace Cheney's own politics there with sincerity. What I wish to do is there's no interest to me if I'm bringing my own politics into this. I should be a vessel, and I should absolutely embrace and adopt and find the good and the sincerity in all of Cheney's politics, and approach it from that point of view, so that we can counter each other. Myself as the actor, him as the director, and he was incredibly open to that. He's wonderful with allowing you know, improvisation. And in discovering a character as you keep moving forward, and then obviously through editing as well. And in consequence, he's created what I believe is an absolute masterpiece, well beyond anything that I ever fathomed we could come to achieve, and something that is fascinating, not just from the point of view of the shadowy figure in Dick Cheney, who came to acquire as much power as any American has ever had in his life, but also holding a mirror up to each and every one of us of what would you do if you had that power? Who are you as a person? Who are you as a family man? And who are we as a nation as well? This is the third time working with Amy. She's one of the absolute finest and boldest actresses out there. And so we have a great relationship in terms of when the cameras start rolling, of how comfortable we feel. Steve Carell is absolutely wonderful. And many people, you know, have commented on, my God, they never thought they would have sympathy for Donald Rumsfeld, but by God they did with Steve's portrayal of that. Sam Rockwell, who I first worked with, woo, man, we're talking about 25 years ago now, who was always extraordinary and is fantastic, who just came in. And on his very first day, we had one of the longest scenes between George Bush and Cheney, and it's just brilliant. And Lily Rabe and Alison Pill and so many others who names I'm not gonna give here. Tyler Perry, just a wonderful cast. I think that's always got to be the goal of any film, isn't it? Is conversation. You know, just opening up conversation, is questions, is in entertainment. I mean, it really is entertaining, and within that entertainment, incredible poignancy, moments of devastation, moments of joy. Like I said, this film brought up in me as much feeling as I've ever had watching any film ever. And I don't say that lightly.